This is Outnumbered. I'm Emily Campagno here today with Cheryl Cassoni, Jessica Tarloff, Tommy Lahren, and Lawrence Jones. It doesn't matter if you take classified document storage seriously. It doesn't matter if you were surprised by their location. What matters is whether or not they were stored at a secure or unsecure location. And as I read in the intro, the Attorney General has confirmed, indeed, every single location was unsecure.
His classified documents, and they had this information on Biden's classified documents, and they didn't report it, and they didn't reveal it. That's really...
There any, media cameras as all of this was playing out? Part of the reason why is because the FBI never conducted a raid, and that didn't take place. So you got a lot of Americans asking today, why is there one standard for the former president who was actually president at the time, and there's not there's a difference in for Joe Biden?
Yeah, and the Wall Street Journal has, Emily pointed that out, that this could be two very different investigations.
Furthermore, I want to say this, and I wonder what Jessica thinks about this as like the lone Democrat on the couch. Do you think that they're ready to throw Joe Biden under the bus because they don't want him to be the nominee in 2024, so they don't care if this looks bad for him? They're eyeing some other potential candidates, probably Gavin Newsom there in California. So maybe this is where it starts. 2 years before 2024, they feel like they kind of got to put up Joe, but if Joe's now implicated in something like this, it's really easy for them to wipe their hands clean and say, we're going for Gavin. That is what I think, as a conspiracy theorist, that's what I think is going to happen here.
That's literally what I said. Yeah, I was like,
obviously that you are black, Lawrence, and I am white. So I am making this point and treading carefully about this, but giving people from traditionally disadvantaged groups who have been underserved.
And that's true and unrelated to the wake he's leaving.
Right. It's not. It's these criticisms. It's basically what they're saying.
No, everyone, her contract was fulfilled and we declined to renew. And that reminded me of so many retaliatory. They hear it doesn't operate in a vacuum, which you read. And they go on to say that and then before showing it, highlighted it again, gave everyone an opportunity paused to leave the classroom. I applaud it.
I love it, but isn't it sad you have to go to this?
New York City.
Jess, you are born and raised here. Have you seen
there?
Yeah.
So 100%.
Unless your daughter is named Smith & Wesson. Okay, next up. Or maybe aliens. Maybe we can start casting aliens.
And again, all for diversity, but this is what happens right here. When you cling to one principle instead of the quality of the actor.
It'll come back in Hollywood because of the...
I would always rather be the villain. 100%. That's the coolest
I think she plays the villain every day at Fox News, so I mean, she's used to it.
A little bored of it.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, supporting.
He's pregnant.
But, well, not in the Joker, but, in the regular Batman.
All right, more Outnumbered in a moment. Last but not least, if you are struggling with dating, it's you that might be the problem.
It's a matter of time. Right. You just turned 30, you've got time. You've got plenty of time. And you're in New York, so, that could go back to Texas.
Well, now
maybe.
back in Texas.
There you go.
There you go.
Back in Texas.
I'm single. I don't do any of those things, so I don't know what my issue is, but I'm sure I'll hear about it on Twitter.
Aw.
I have a theory, though, that one living in a mess, my husband, if he's watching, he knows he's incredibly messy. You just have to have one person in the relationship that's very OCD and cleanly, and you can make it work.
There you go. So it's all about meeting the match, even those on that list. Okay, thanks to everyone for watching. Here's America Reports.